Alrighty, so chapter 7, where did we go from here? Where do we go from here? Creating a human classroom. So redefining accountability. That's the sad truth that young children coming from low-income families, aside from coming to school from way behind than other students and coming with some delays compared to kids in middle class and higher, they also come with measurably less healthy bodies. They're just less healthy in general. They are at high risk for obesity, they are high risk for pediatric diabetes, and are at high risk for stroke and heart disease as they grow older. So schools have started being accountable for this. They have altered the nutrition choices offered at schools. They wish it's not to see children lose weight week to week. It's just to make sure children are getting proper nutrition because, as we heard all the time, is a proper breakfast or proper lunch leads to better learning, more energy. So it's always good to have children having new nutrition all the time at school, especially if they're not getting proper nutrition at home. It's a lot. It helps a lot knowing that you at school are giving them a proper nutrition. So that's a good thing to know and a good thing to think about. At Head Start, I liked it because, they're honestly pros at this. Each day they have protein, they have a fruit, and then they have a side of milk, and just another side as well. Sometimes they have chips, sometimes they have the little smile fries. They always have different things for the kids, but it's always something not extremely, not always the healthiest, but also not always the worst. So I really like that about Head Start. They always have a good meal for the kids. So that's a good thing to know that they're watching that and taking care of that for the students. So in this chapter, you see Miss Lute again, the supervisor from the previous chapters, and she's talking to this other Head Start supervisor, and she's telling her about this class that she has to take. It's like this, well, not this class, this program. It's called Class, and it says Classroom Assessment Scoring System from Pianata LaPro Homre in 2008, which is when the classrooms are observed by someone who is certified and scores their classroom. No one likes it. Apparently, everyone in Head Start across the nation gets bad scores. Some Head Starts have even lost funding due to this. It is an 11-state survey, and only about a mere 15% of classrooms demonstrate effective interactions between children and adults. And this is from Rich 2013. So it's going to be it's tough scoring, and just depending what the standards are and what the goal is for Head Start, they're not scoring very well on it. But Miss Lute, the supervisor, she was really nervous about this because she had told Miss Krasinski and Miss Bates to forget about the performance objectives for their classroom. She told them just take it out the window and just play. Just go along, let the children choose what they want to do. And she was nervous about that because she was scared that the scores would be bad, but to surprise, there were actually better scores. But she was nervous she could get in trouble for it because she had told her to forget the performance objectives, which are mandated by the state and federal policy. So it is a responsibility of the program not just to build language-rich classrooms, but to build language-rich homes. So fortunately, her class was able to score higher than Miss Murphy. She was even surprised about the scores that they got, but that was because Miss Lute had told her to just, throw objectives out the windows and just start teaching them differently. And so that looks like it made a really big impact, which she was nervous about at the beginning, but then actually was kind of happy about it because it helped them out. So let's see. We talked about enhancing the school. Let's move on to enhancing the school's home relationships. So on page 156, I liked how it said, parents are no longer called upon to support the school in teaching performance objectives, nor are they judged by their participation or lack, therefore, in the homework assignments provided for the school. So, they're not forced to, they're not supposed to, but it would help if they would. It would be nice if they would, work with the students and stuff, but they're not forced to. They're not judged if they can't do it, They have other things to do. So it is our hope to even out the odds, to help those children coming from low-income families beat the odds and excel in school. We're not hoping for a miracle. We're just hoping for them to be able to excel and providing them the opportunities to be able to do so. So we also have an awesome advanced technology that I love, and it's being able to have apps, iPads, everything, where a teacher can send their parents pictures and texts throughout the day, throughout the week, about their children, things they do, things they did, things they said that were fun, that they loved, and just good messages about the students. And I like that. That's a really cool advancement. But back to students in low-income families. Additional objections that may be raised. Children who live in poverty, we can imagine sometimes some things that could be happening at home. But the teacher and school need to provide emotional support, acceptance, and letting them know that they belong there. So for the past 2 decades, we have writing federal and state school readiness standards far and applied almost exclusively to children from low-income family homes, which is sad, but that's just the way it is. When you look at overall test scores in any school or county, you see that the ones with the lowest test scores ranks are the ones in low-income family children. So attending early childhood programs are less likely to be in the children who come from low-income families who attend early childhood programs are less likely to be unemployed, less likely to be incarcerated, and less likely to remain in poverty than children who had no early childhood education at all. So the author left us on a great note on page 164, a quick quote that said, "It is the obligation of every person in the U.S. to ensure that children of poverty are provided the experiences that will allow every child to reach that potential. Let's focus on building communication skills that last a lifetime. Let's create human, caring environments that support the needs of every single child. It is the right thing to do."